Hello, dear students. I am Jeevan Wagh, subject teacher of economics, BYK College of Commerce, Nasik. Welcomes you in online expert lecture series organized by BYK College of Commerce, Nasik for class 12th. Dear students, today I am going to discuss with you as per HSC board proposed question paper pattern. In this pattern, question number 3, answer the following questions. Any 3 out of 5, total marks 12, 4 marks each questions. Now let us see how to write the answer this type of questions one by one. Now see question number 1, explain the features of microeconomics. Students, you have write first definition of microeconomics and second part is features of microeconomics. So what is the definition of microeconomics? According to Morris Dobb, microeconomics is the fact a microscopic study of the economy. What is the definition of the microeconomics? According to Dobb, microeconomics is in fact a microscopic study of the economy. What is the main word in this definition? Microscopic study of the economy. Okay, then you have explained the features of microeconomics. You have only 4 features write in your answer sheet. First feature, study of individual units. Microeconomics is the study of the behavior of small individual economic units like individual firm, individual price, individual household, etc. Then second number feature is price theory. Microeconomics deals with determination of the prices of goods and services as well as factors of production, hence it is known as price theory. Third feature, based on certain assumptions. Microeconomics begins with the fundamental assumptions, other things remaining constant, ceteris paribus, such as perfect competition, laissez-faire policy, pure capitalism, full employment, etc. These assumptions make the analysis simple. And the last but not the least, fourth feature of microeconomics, analysis of market structure. Microeconomics analyzes different market structures such as perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, and oligopoly, etc. Second sample question is explain the factors influencing elasticity of demand. Student, you have write first concept of elasticity of demand. What is the concept? The term elasticity indicates responsiveness of one variable to a change in the other variable. Elasticity of demand refers to the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded due to a change in its price or any other factors. Then you have write the definition according to Professor Marshall. Elasticity of demand is greater or small according to the amount demanded, which rises much or little for a given fall in price, and quantity demanded falls much or little for a given rise in price. Then you have explained the 4 factors influencing the elasticity of demand. First, nature of commodity. By nature, we can classify commodities as necessaries, comforts, and luxurious goods. Demand for necessaries like food grains, medicines, textbooks, etc., is relatively inelastic, and for comforts and luxurious goods like cars, perfumes, furniture, etc., demand is relatively elastic. Second factor is availability of substitutes. Demand for a commodity will be more elastic if its close substitutes are available in the market, for example, lemon juice, sugarcane juice, etc. But commodities having no close substitutes like salt, the demand will be inelastic. Third, habits. Habits make demand for certain goods relatively inelastic, for example, addicted goods, drugs, etc. Fourth, durability. The demand for the durable goods is relatively elastic, for example, furniture, washing machine, etc. Demand for perishable goods is inelastic, for example, milk, vegetable, etc. For third sample question is explain determinants of supply. Students, you have write meaning of supply. What is the meaning? The word supply implies the various quantities of commodity offered for sale by producers during a given period of time at a given price. It is related to time and price. It is related to time and price. Then explain the determinants of supply. First, price of commodity. Price is an important factor influencing the supply of a commodity. More quantities are supplied at the higher price and less quantities are supplied at a lower price. Thus, there is the direct relationship between price and quantity supply. What is the relation? Direct relation between price and quantity supplied. Second determinant, state of technology. Technological improvements reduce the cost of production, which lead to an increase in production and supply. Then, third determinant is cost of production. If the factor price increases, the cost of production also increases. As a result, supply decreases. Fourth determinant, natural conditions. The supply of the agriculture products depends on the natural conditions. For example, a good monsoon and favorable climatic condition will produce a good harvest, so the supply of agriculture products will increase, and unfavorable climate conditions will lead to decrease in supply. So student, fourth number question is explain the features of oligopoly. Firstly, you have write the meaning. The term oligopoly is derived from the Greek words. Oligo means few and poly, which means seller. Oligo means few and poly means seller. It is that market there are a few firms or sellers in the market producing either a homogeneous product or differentiated product. For example, mobile service providers, cement companies, etc. Then you have write one by one features of oligopoly. What is the first feature? Few firm or sellers. Under oligopoly market, there are few firms or sellers. These few firms dominate the market and enjoy a considerable control over the price of a product. Second feature, advertising. You know very well what is advertising. Advertising is a powerful instrument in the hands of oligopolist. A firm under the oligopoly can start an aggressive and attractive advertising campaign with the intention of capturing a large part of market. Third feature, entry barriers. The firm can easily exit from the industry whenever it wants, but has to face certain entry barriers such as a government license, patents, etc. Lack of uniformity. There is a lack of uniformity among the firms in terms of their size. Some firms may be small while others may be bigger size. Question number 5. Explain the features of index numbers. Firstly, you have explained the definitions of index number, any one. First, according to Spiegel, an index number is a statistical measure designed to show changes in a variable for a group of related variables with reference to time, geographical location, and other characteristics such as income, profession, etc. Second definition, Croxton and Cowden. Index numbers are device for measuring differences the magnitude of a group of related variables. Then you have explained the features, 4 features. First, index numbers are statistical device. Second, index numbers are specialized averages which are capable for being expressed in percentage. Third, index numbers measure the net change in one or more related variables over a period of time or between two different time periods or two different localities. Fourth, the base year index is assumed as 100 and accordingly the value of the current year is calculated. What is the fourth feature? The base year's index is assumed as 100 and accordingly the value of the current year is calculated. Question number 6. Explain the features of national income. Student, you have right definition according to National Income Committee, NIC, National Income Committee. What is the definition? A national estimate measures the volume of commodities and services turned out during a given period counted without duplication. What is the definition? A national estimate measures the volume of commodities and services turned out during given period counted without duplication. What are the features of national income? First, macroeconomic concept. National income represents income of the economy as a whole rather than that of an individual. Hence, it is a macroeconomic concept. It is a Macroeconomic concept, variable of only final goods and services. This is second feature, values of only final goods and services. In order to avoid double counting in national income, the value of only final goods and services produced in the economy are concentrated. Third feature, net aggregate value. National income includes net value of goods and services produced and does not include depreciation cost, that is wear and tear of capital assets. Fourth feature of national income, net income from abroad. National income includes net income from abroad, that is difference between export value and import value, x minus m, and net difference between receipts from abroad and payments made abroad, r minus p. So student, this is exercise. You have write the answer the following. Explain the importance of macroeconomics. You have write only four importance of macroeconomics. Second, explain the scope of macroeconomics. Here you have also 4 points. Explain the scope of macroeconomics. Then explain the significance of index numbers in economics. Then explain the two sector model of circular flow of national income. Then explain the importance of national income. You have write 4 point the importance of national income. Then explain the concept of green, GNF. Next, explain the principles of taxation. Explain the non-tax sources of the revenue of the government. Next, explain the functions of the commercial bank. Only 4 functions you have explained. Then explain the problems faced by the money market in India. Here 4 problems you have explained. Then explain the role of capital market in India. Then explain the problems of capital market in India. And the last but not the least, explain the concept of foreign trade and its types. Thank you so much.